Hey guys, I figured I would do another unboxing video since I've had this new unboxed KDK in my trunk for weeks. I don't remember when it shipped. Does it say on here? Label's pretty faded. Doesn't say ship date. Is there? It's got to be a ship date on here. 3rd of December. So this has been, it's sat in my dad's garage for a bit and then in my trunk for a bit, just until I had a chance to deal with it. It's a KDK antique ceiling fan, not literally antique. I think they mean it's styled like an antique, although it really isn't. Model D52YU. It's lamp attachable. 16-pole condenser motor. 4-step pull switch, classical type. So Beethoven might be involved. KDK assembled in USA from Japanese components. I've never seen it before, and I didn't know there was any US assembly. So here are their instructions. If swinging, replace one blade with one of the other blades. Never touch painted screws when fixing blade arms. Do not touch. So that's pretty cool. Here are the blades. Are they the same finish on both sides? I would assume so. They're the pointed tip ones, which is my least favorite of the KDKs, but, you know, I'm not going to pass up a new unboxed KDK. They don't turn up very often. Here are the blade arms. Here is grommet, instructions, and a switch cap. Man, I could sure use that switch cap for my other KDK. A couple of long screws in here, although I don't know what they go to. Take them out and set them to the side just in case. Remove that piece of styrofoam there. Oh, okay, so it's not yet in any way put together. There's what the motor looks like in one of these. You'll see the down rod is the shaft of the motor. So I guess there's no easy way to put an extension down rod on these other than just put a piece of pipe over it. Then the canopy won't fit. Reverse switch is just hanging out in limbo there. Here we have some styrofoam. Ceiling canopy, which is 2-piece. I don't think my other one has a 2-piece canopy, so this must be a slightly different variation. Top housing piece, bottom housing piece, and the switch housing all in one. Okay, well, I'm going to start assembling it, and I can't do that while I'm on the phone. I don't have enough hands for that. I will do videos incrementally as I continue with the process. So I hope you enjoy. Got the manual out here to the KDK, and got a picture drawn there. I've seen that picture drawn somewhere before. Unpack all items carefully to avoid damaging any components. Inspect blades, etc. Loosen fan motor fixing screw by turning it counterclockwise and remove it from switch box. So I guess, and they don't have an easy way for me to, okay, well I guess they mean this screw here. So again, I don't have enough hands to do this on camera, but I thought I would at least show what the instructions said since they were kind of unusual. Pass pull string through string hole in front motor cover. Press in front motor cover by aligning projection of front motor cover with groove on switch box. At this time, make sure lamp leads run through their groove. If not, they'll be caught by the front motor cover. Retighten screw. So the first step is putting the bottom housing piece on the motor. Our first 4 steps, rather. Then loosen 2 set screws for fastening switch box cover. Pass them, then you put the switch cap on, I guess. Okay. Then you put the blades on the blade brackets. That's fairly straightforward. Then you put the blades and blade brackets on the motor. They have you doing that on the ground. And then they have you putting the down rad claw on. And then they have you hanging the fan. And last, after wiring it, they have you putting the canopy. So they made it more complicated than necessarily it needs to be. Okay, well, we're going to do some of that and get back to you. The motor housing and the switch housing mounted here. The whole motor housing, switch housing assembly mounts with one screw through plastic into plastic, so that's interesting. These must be the painted screws you're not allowed to touch here, because those are what's holding the motor together, and they don't want you to disassemble that. Next step is putting the blades on the motor. They want you to do that on the ground. And I guess I'll do that because they know what they're talking about. So, gotta put the blades together first, though. So we'll do that, and see you back here in a few minutes. Guys, we got the blades assembled on the floor as they instructed. I thought it was silly, but that's how the instructions go, and there's a reason for that, and maybe we'll get to that. Let's see what they're asking for next. Next, they want us to remove these two screws here and install the lower canopy. So I don't have enough hands to do that, but after that they want me to put claw on the top, and then I think we hang it. So might be the last here process video, because those are all small things, and then once I have it up, we can hook it up and try it with some controls and the amp meter and have some fun. So okay, stay posted. Hey guys, got the new Inbox KDK up. You can see there's the remnants of installing it, and there it is. So got it with the amp meter here. Got it hooked into the 4-speed control, but I've got the 4-speed control set to high. We'll play with that a little later. Right now I just want to see the stock speeds on the fan. And if memory serves, these actually go high, medium, low instead of low, medium, high, but we'll find out. So high, medium, oh, did it get stuck? Yep. Low. So you get when you got a brand new. And low should be, doesn't say amperage for low, amperage for high is 0.63. So, but that's definitely low speed. We can look at it and tell that. It's a nice low speed. I'm wondering, it's 30 degrees up here, and this thing has been in the box since the, since it was made in the early 80s, so I'm wondering if, bearings are a little stiff. They seem a little stiff to me, but we'll find out as we continue on our path. That's higher than I thought it was going to be. So, I'm going to have to help this a little bit. Off, high, medium. .56. This is a lot slower than my other one. Again, I'm putting that down to the bearings being stiff, but we'll find out on high. If it's drawing, I'd say 0.6 amps or more on high, then it's not a capacitor issue, and it's okay. Low, off, come on, high. Okay. Yep, 0.68. So that's over, is that, let's see, was that what voltage was that at? 120. So we're actually at the rated voltage. We are high on amperage. And it's supposed to go 220 RPM. Seems to be right around 200. I'm a bad judge of RPMs, but it seems to be right around what a 52-inch Emerson or Casablanca would do on high, and those are right around 200, I think. So maybe it's a hair slow, but not bad for it being fresh out of the box. It's quiet. moving some air. It's not moving an incredible amount of air, but it's moving some air. So, medium. Come on. You're interfering with my ability to do spin down. Low. Come on. Off. And we'll reverse it. There's a reverse switch right here. So once it spins down, we can try it. These almost remind me of a Newtone friction drive. Better fan than a friction drive, but the friction drive is cooler looking. Yeah, its spin down time is pretty fast, so these bearings are clearly stiff. But that's to be expected, with a new in-box fan. Okay, so high, medium, come on, low, just like the control is stiff. 0.46, I think that's the same as it was. Off, high, come on, medium, 0.56. Low. Come on. High. No, off. High, excuse me. Yeah, the fact that it's 30 degrees up here and that everything is brand new is not a good combination. Okay, that's high. I'm going to go medium, low. I'm going to turn the 4-speed control off. And then let's turn it back to forward. Heretofore, we will be in forward. Okay, I believe we're in low. So now what we can do is we can take the 4-speed control and turn it all the way to low. That takes us to 0.17, which isn't doing anything. Medium low takes us to 0.26, which still isn't doing anything. Medium high takes us to 0.31, which is giving us a pretty slow low speed there. And then of course high will be the factory low. So I'm going to turn the control back to low, which eventually the fan will stop. And then I'm going to go off, high, medium. So medium and low. Low on the control, medium on the fan. Is that going to start on its own? No, it seemed for a second like it would, but it's pretty low for this one. Let's go to medium low on the control, 0.28. Oh, okay. Well, that shot right out. Medium high on the control, 0.35. And last but not least, let's try it low, off, high. This should be the range of speeds with the control that you would expect. So low, .2, I think the bearings are starting to free up because I don't think when the current draw was this low before that it was giving us much. Medium low, 0.33. Medium high, 0.42. And then just to see if the bearings have freed up any, let's take it to high, which of course is 0.68. Still taking a little bit of time to get up to speed. Okay. Next I'm going to do the 5-speed control, and I'm going to see if I can prop my phone against said control while that can work. I have no idea what you see, so let me see. No, you're just seeing blades, that's no good. That might be the most you can hope for, really. Of course, if I pull one of these wires just a little bit, yep, the phone will fall. So my glorious plot backfired, oh well. I'll figure it out one of these days. We'll have a perfect video. Okay. 5-speed Leslie lock control. Fan is on high. Let's go down to speed 5. What did I do wrong? Disconnected the amp meter. Speed 5, 0.48. Quite fast. Speed 4. 0.5. 4. Speed 3. 5.7. I feel like some other people, maybe Cole or someone, has done a video with one of these 5-speed controls and got a good range of speeds. I haven't seen it yet, so maybe I've got a different type of 5-speed control, but thought there were these Evergo looking ones. 2.59. And 1, which is high, and we know what that looks like. And I'm going to try to find a different place to prop the phone while I switch the controls. Well, first let's start it spinning down. I'm just going to hold it in my hand like I've been doing in the past videos. That's the one. There are two disadvantages to doing videos out here. One is the temperature. It is either burning up hot up here or freezing cold. It's very short periods of time when the weather up here is acceptable, because this is essentially an attic. The other thing is I don't have any place to sit the phone while I'm doing things, because it's a big open space compared to my other shop, which is just piles and piles of stuff. Not that there's not piles and piles of stuff here, but this is a big open space with piles and piles of stuff. Less piles of stuff as of recently. I got rid of a lot of stuff and have to get rid of some more. So, okay. We now have the solid state speed control. And if you'll recall from the box, this is a 16-pole motor. So this is probably not going to go very well, but we're going to give it a try anyways. Let's turn it all the way. Oh wow, at the very lowest setting on the control, we're still at 0.28. And I'll turn it up a quarter, 0.42, another quarter, 0.56, You can hear that it's pretty noisy. All the noise goes away on high. Okay. One last spin down. So I'll be putting this back in the box. I would consider selling or trading it. This is not my favorite version of these, but it is a very rare fan, so keep that in mind.